And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please remain seated. We'll be departing here momentarily. For the safety of our younger riders, we ask that the adults would then place themselves on the outside of the road. If that's not practical, please hold them or have them easily in your reach. Remain seated till we come to a complete stop. Keep all your body parts inside the car. No eating, no smoking. Thank you. Our trip around the village will take approximately 30 minutes. We'll have 2 additional stops. Please sit back. Greenville Village is the Henry Ford Model T district is first on the left. That's where you can enjoy a ride on an authentic Model T through the interior of the village. This is Henry Ford's birthplace. It's the white farmhouse built in 1861. He was born here in 1863. He moved it here in 1944 from 3¼ miles away, which is on the corner of Ford Road and Greenfield Road. Main Street District is where the Wright Brothers Home and Cycle Shops are. They're authentic buildings coming to us from Dayton, Ohio. Built in the 1870s. Learn about the beginning of aviation there. Visit Mrs. Cullen's Millinery Shop in downtown Detroit, built about 1860. Next to her, the H.J. Heinz Building, built in 1854 in Charlottesville, Pennsylvania. Edison Networks is the next historic district. Thomas Edison credited with 1,093 U.S. patents, many more from England, France, and Germany. The gray building here is the rebuilt Menlo Park Laboratory. The gold building we're approaching is Sarah Jordan's boarding house. Many of the men who worked for Edison lived there. It's one of the first buildings in the United States wired for electricity. Next to Sarah Jordan is Edison's official Fort Myers, Florida laboratory. The 1832 Ackley Cover Bridge comes to us from southwest Pennsylvania. This is the entranceway into Fortis and Fathers District. Here you can visit historic homes such as Noah Webster's 1823 home from New Haven, Connecticut, Robert Frost home and the Maddox farmhouse, the Hermitage slave quarters, all up on Maple Lane. The other side of the bridge and up the sidewalk to the right, the sandstone complex of the Cotswold Cottage, built in 1619 in Chatsworth County, England. We'll be stopping directly ahead here. This is Susquehanna Station. We'll be here for 4 minutes and then depart for the North End, Smith Street Depot. Remain seated. Wait for that whistle from the engineer. Once you get the whistle, then you can get up and exit to the left side only. It's safe now to exit on the left. Remain seated. We'll be departing here in a moment.
What's that one? No.
We're on our way now to the North End, Smith Street Depot. Top of the map. The white building is a Susquehanna plantation built in the early 1800s. Comes to us from St. Mary's County, Maryland, on the Patuxent River. 700 acres of tobacco, wheat, and corn. The Russ-Cully building is the oldest American-made building in the village, dating to the early 1600s. The Plimpton House, where Mr. and Mrs. Plimpton raised 7 children in that one-room building in South Sudbury, Massachusetts. The windmill is the Ferris windmill, considered the oldest in the United States, built in 1640 on Cape Cod. A gift to Henry Ford by his National Dealer Association in 1936. The dark gray building, the Daggett Box, 1754 from the end of the horses are put-drawn draft horses, those Channel Giants that do a lot of work in Greenfield Village, pulling the carts and wagons and working the farms. They get their legs off the hard surfaces of the village, back out on the terra firma for 4 days, relaxing before they're put back into service. The historic locomotive pulling us today is the number 1 Edison, a conglomeration of locomotives that Henry Ford put together in 1932 at the Rouge plant. The basis of it goes back to 1868. About 2 o'clock on the horizon, you can see the superstructure to the Gordie Howe International Bridge going to Canada. Now is a wetland and wildlife preserve. There are some white-tailed deer, fox, and coyotes spotted back here. Various birds such as blue heron, white egrets, red-tailed hawks, turkeys, and occasional bald eagle. Independent educational institution, not affiliated with the Ford Motor Company or the Ford Foundation. We're supported by our donors, our members, and our guests. This is Walnut Grove, and activities field throughout our season. We do many things in park out here. The buildings up on the hill are the backside of Forces in Parley. The red brick building, Noah Webster's house. The large complex we're approaching is the Henry Ford Academy, a charter high school. Over 525 students attend, selected through a lottery system from Wayne County, graduation rate exceeding 95%. The curriculum focuses on science, technology, engineering, the arts, and math. The 10, 11, and 12 graders have classrooms out here. The 9th graders are in the indoor museum. When Henry Ford opened Greenfield Village in 1929, he wanted to convey the inspiration of the American genius to the students. With Henry Ford, it was always students first. He could be seen with them in the classrooms and on field trips. He wanted to inspire them through America's traditions of ingenuity, resourcefulness, and innovation, and we continue that here today. The 3 Pullman cars we're approaching on the left are part of the senior class classrooms. in the village when it opened in 1929. The green building is a taste of history. It's a cafeteria-style restaurant. Connected to it is a white building, the Eagle Tavern, built in 1830 in Clinton, Michigan, about 50 miles away. We'll be making a slight right turn here, heading to Railroad Junction, stopping at Smith Street Depot platform. Conductor Christine will take over from that point, take you up to the front gate for the last road trip. Remain seated, please. Wait for the whistle from the engineer. Once you hear the whistle, then you can get up and exit to the left.
Railroad. For the safety of our younger riders, we ask the adults with them to make sure that they are held or easily within your reach. Please do not stand up and move around while our train is moving, keeping your head, hands, and feet inside the cars at all times. Eating, drinking, smoking, vaping are not allowed, but water from the enclosed water bottle is acceptable. We're making our way to the Firestone Station, so sit back and enjoy the train ride. My name is Christine, and I'm your conductor. Thank you.
He's got that same look in his eyes I have in the morning, I know it.
We'll wave goodbye to Sue and Gordon, our station masters, as we pull away. Thank you so much for making sure everybody boarded safely and getting us out on time throughout the day. We appreciate you guys. We are now in our Railroad Junction district. The Smith Street Depot on your right was built in 1858 by the Grand Trunk Railway. Smith Creek was located about 10 miles west of Port Huron, Michigan. Jerry, our presenter, has many stories to tell you about why Henry Ford brought it here in 1929. Across the street is our Edison illuminating power plant from Detroit, where young Henry Ford had his first professional job as chief steam engineer in the late 1890s, where he developed that and came up with the quad recycle in 1896. Across the street, our Detroit Central Marketplace, built in 1861, is going to be hopping with a lot of activity throughout the day tomorrow and Sunday. I hope you can join us for wonderful festivities. The Detroit, Toledo, Milwaukee Roundhouse on our left was built in the year 2000, made to look like one from Marshall, Michigan, back in 1884. There's Jim, our presenter in the Roundhouse, and has these stories to tell you about the railroad history. We are now coming into our Liberty Craft Works district, where you can see glass blowing, pottery making, weaving, and a printing office. Our artisans are working like they did back in the 1800s, using similar tools and skills they used then. Also, we have the Ranger Bristol, the Densel Cotton Mill, and the Texel Mill, all built in the 1800s from Michigan. Now we're coming into our Working Farms district, where you can enjoy the sight, sounds, and smells of a real working farm. To the right of the train is an apple orchard. On Saturday and Sunday, tours will be given at that. We have different apples on each street. And on the left side of the train is the apples will be put in the press and made into cider this weekend. The home on your right is the birthplace of Harvey Firestone from Columbia, Ohio, built in 1828. These tires were supplied Henry Ford with tires for the Model T cars. The crops that are growing in the field, the ones that's on your right side, are of heirloom variety. That means that those seeds have been passed on for many generations from the Firestone family. The sheep that are in the field too are true to what the Firestone family would have had. Those are merino sheep. And where was the cash crop? We are now coming into our Firestone station. Please remain seated. The engineer will set a brake and give us the sound of a single whistle, letting us know it's safe to come off the train. And if you are deboarding here, you're going to exit to the right side of the train. heading home or another destination, we want to thank you for being here at Greenfield Village today. Thank you so much for your support, and we hope that you have safe travels home, and do come and see us once again.